Guys, Michael Edward here, head trader at True Trading Group. It is September 4th, finishing off the week with another big extended sell off in the overall markets. We recovered a lot of that sell off later in the day, but early in the morning had the early signs of another bloodbath. We are going into the weekend, the long extended Labor Day weekend, with continued selling pressure after yesterday's big sell off. What I'm going to talk to you guys about on this live stream is how I was able to predict this pullback in the overall markets. I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. If you guys do not believe me, I want you to do a couple of things. As soon as you guys are done watching this video, you can even stop watching this video and go do what I'm about to tell you to do first, so you guys know I'm not full of it. Look at my live stream yesterday that I published on this exact same YouTube channel. Go to the 1 hour and 49-minute mark on that video. I did a live stream yesterday for over 2 hours. I was talking about the overall markets. I was answering a lot of questions. At the 1 hour and 49-minute mark on the very last video that is on this YouTube channel, you will hear me give everyone my entire game plan for today. Everybody asked me yesterday, Mike, what are you doing tomorrow? And exactly what I said in that video at the 1 hour and 49-minute mark is literally verbatim exactly what happened here early this morning. The markets gapped up a little bit. We pushed higher. I said, look for resistance around 348 and then look for us to sell back down into the low 340s. Now, I did not think we were going to go all the way down to 335. 335 is a major support level on the SPY. We're going to get to that. We're going to talk about next support levels on the SPY, but I want to focus on real quick here the signs that I was able to talk about, because all week since Sunday on this YouTube channel, I've talked to you about specific things that I was seeing in the market that made me believe that the markets were going to start to pull back. We got call options on the UVXY, which tracks the VIX, which goes up usually when you have big sell-offs to the downside. And then, of course, yesterday, 165% gain on SPY put options. The purpose of this video is not to tell you guys, look at the trades that I made. I want to explain to you what I saw earlier in the week and then what I saw yesterday that made me talk about my game plan today, which ended up working perfectly. Okay, that's what I want to share with you on this video, is what I saw, so that the next time you can identify something similar to this, you'll be ready to act and you can develop your own game plan when you have volatility pick up in the overall markets. Before I get into telling you and sharing with you exactly what I saw early in the week and then exactly what I saw yesterday that made me predict in the video yesterday at the 1 hour and 49-minute mark why I thought 348 was an area where I was going to look to buy SPY put options, I want to make sure you guys are all aware of the Labor Day weekend sale that we are running that expires Monday at midnight. Use coupon code TTG920. Click the link in the description below this video. Use coupon code TTG920. That's going to get you a 41% discount on a membership to True Trading Group. Okay, it expires Monday at midnight. Take advantage of that coupon code while that discount still lasts, because you're not going to be able to get that price after Monday at midnight. Now, let me get into this with you guys and share with you how I was able to look at the markets yesterday and then look at the markets all earlier in the week and talk about this trade. Now, first, let's talk about today's action. Again, go back, watch my video from yesterday, go to the 1 hour and 49-minute mark on that video, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Today, my game plan yesterday was, guys, after a sell-off like we experienced yesterday, I said one of two things are going to take place. Okay, or if one of these two things take place, because you either get the big gap down or you get a little bit of a pushback higher as dip buyers come in to buy the markets. And I told everybody yesterday at the 1 hour and 49-minute mark, I said, guys, if we do gap down tomorrow, meaning today, okay, I think we have a quick flush right off the open. Okay, I said I think we have a quick flush right off the open if we did gap down. All right, but I said if we don't gap down, okay, I would expect the markets to push back to 348 on the SPY, find resistance, get puts, then look for us to roll back down into the low 340s. That is verbatim what you will hear me say on the 1 hour and 49-minute mark from yesterday's video. Now, but let me explain to you why and how I came up with that level. This is going to explain to you guys how you can use Fibonacci retracement levels, not just to identify support on pullbacks, but to also identify resistance on bounces, and how to use Fibonacci's in multiple multiple day or multiple time frame settings. Okay, because I looked at the Fibonacci retracement levels of yesterday's sell-off. Yesterday was our first big, huge sell off that we've had in over 2 months. And I'm saying, okay, now that we finally got a pullback, let's look for areas of resistance on potential bounce backs. In order to properly draw your Fibonacci retracement levels, you need to start your anchor for the Fibonacci's at yesterday's close because there's a gap down. Whenever you are drawing your Fibonacci levels to identify resistance, you're going to go, if there is a gap down, okay, and the high of the day is below the prior day's close, then you're going to draw your Fibonacci's at the prior day's close all the way down to the low of the day. That will then plot for you your Fibonacci levels, and you can look for resistance on bounce backs to those levels. Now, let's do that. Okay, let's do exactly that. Okay, so here's our Fibonacci retracement level. I'm going to anchor it right at yesterday's close. And I'm going to draw it right down to, I'm drawing it right down to the low of the day. Okay, there you have it. There's your Fibonacci retracement level on yesterday's sell-off. So now as we move into today's action, what you will notice is what? You will notice here that the 38.2, this is your low of the day. And there we go. Okay, here we go. Adjust this to the open, or excuse me, to the close, and there you go. Okay, so there's your Fibonacci retracement level. What you will notice is that this 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level lines up right there at 348. But the other thing that I want you to notice is look at this resistance from yesterday afternoon. Yesterday afternoon, we had multiple times the SPY tried to get over 347. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different occasions where the SPY tried to get back over 347 yesterday and was unable to do so. So that is why I'm saying to myself, okay, guys, we've got intraday resistance at 347 from yesterday when the market tried to bounce after a huge morning sell-off and was unable to do so. So much so that the selling pressure at 347 was so aggressive, okay, or that held so firm that even after this massive sell-off, that selling pressure pushed us to a new low of the day. If that resistance at 347 was not that strong, at the end of the day, you would have seen the market just kind of slowly drift through it. But even after this massive sell-off, that resistance at 347 told me that these sell programs are still on. If these sell programs had lightened up, you would have saw a little bit of a relief bounce yesterday afternoon. We didn't get that. We got that continued move downward. So now I'm saying to myself, okay, I don't think that after a day like yesterday, it's going to be a one and done. I think we're going to get some continued follow through selling pressure. I don't think the sell programs have satisfied their order flow. I think we've got further downside pressure. So now I'm looking at that 347 area. Then I look at my Fibonacci levels. I go, there's my 38.2 fib at 348. So now I'm saying my game plan is look for resistance between 347 and 348. And that's where you're going to want to attack SPY put options. Guys, again, I'm not kidding. I want you to do it. Go back. I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. I stand behind everything that I do and say. I always call out my stuff ahead of time. Go back and take a look at the 1 hour, 49-minute mark. You'll see me talk about it. Well, what do you know today? High of the day is $347.83, just beneath that 348 level, just in the middle of that 347 to 348 area that we talked about and identified yesterday on my live stream as resistance. And then again today, this morning pre-market, when I went over the entire day's game plan with all of my members in chat. Okay. And then you will see that we had this huge, huge sell-off that ensued after we got rejected at that 348 area. Okay. But what's more important on this video, guys, is why I said that level. I want you guys to understand why last night on my live stream, I talked about this level. I want you to understand why this was the game plan coming into the day. Now, as ironic as this may be, or maybe ironic is not really the word, but I was extremely pissed off today because I've been dealing with some things. Nothing bad. Everything is actually fantastic. Actually, I'm actually was waiting for a very important phone call this morning, and the phone call came at 9:36 in the morning. 9:36 in the morning, I get on what was a very important phone call that I had to take. It was a phone call I've been waiting for, and I was unable to actually enter this trade. Now, I'm on the phone, and I'm talking to people, and I actually said to people in chat, I go, guys, because we're at the 348 level, and I say, guys, watch 348. We're at 348. Watch 348, and I'm on the phone. And I did not actually pull the trigger on the trade. So again, the point of me going over this video with you is not for me to point out, oh my God, look at how good of a trade I made, because I actually didn't even fill the trade because I was on the phone for about 45 minutes. And it was a very important phone call. It ends up being an extremely expensive phone call because I missed this move. But what are you gonna do? I had to take the call. It's a call I've been waiting for, and I jumped on it. And it turns out that it was the wrong decision for me to make. But my TGD members capitalized on it. They capitalized on it big time, and that's why I'm still going over and making this video with you, because it's not about, oh, look at the trade I made. I want you to understand why I identified that level. I want you to identify and understand why this was my analysis. Why did I say this on my live stream yesterday? Why did I say this pre-market? Why was that my game plan? That's the key that I want you to take away from this video. Now, what I'm going to show you guys is, okay, yesterday, again, I caught 165% gain in SPY put options. I recapped that trade in my video yesterday when I talked to you about what I think the SPY is going to do today. So go back and check that out if you guys want to watch the recap of my trade yesterday. Again, SPY put options yesterday on the sell-off, 165% gain. Now, I want to talk to you about a UVXY trade, because I noticed something in the VIX and UVXY over the last several days. And this is something you'll be able to hear me talk about Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. On all 4 of those days, I made a video. I did a live stream on this YouTube channel, and I told you guys about this trade. It was a trade that I was in. I was in the 23 strike call option, Friday expiration of the UVXY. And I want to explain to you guys why I was in that trade and why this was able to help me predict this sell-off in the markets, which gave me the confidence to catch the 165% gain in the put options yesterday, and gave me the confidence to identify that 348 level to be the game plan for SPY put options today, to roll the markets down into the low 340s. We ended up going all the way to the mid 330s, so we sold off even further than I thought. So on Sunday and Monday, I made live streams. I told you guys on Sunday, watch the UVXY. I think we've got an opportunity here. I'm seeing some really good bullish divergence between the VIX and the overall markets. The UVXY is an ETF that tracks the VIX. The VIX is not a direct inverse of the overall markets. The VIX tracks volatility, fear, uncertainty in the markets. If traders and investors expect big moves in a market, then the VIX starts to climb. That's what the VIX measures. Okay. And while the markets have been making all-time highs for the last, and now when I initially did this video on Sunday and Monday, for the last like 5 or 6 days, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, but the VIX was climbing higher. That was a sign to me, an early sign to me, that money managers are extremely long. They're too long. They're positioned way too long. They don't have enough of a hedge. We're also have right now the smallest short position on the SPY that we've had in the last 15 years. It's not a good thing when everybody is on one side of the trade, because when everybody tries to take profit from that one side of the trade, you get this massive flush to the downside, which is exactly what you got yesterday and what you continue to see again here this morning. Guys, you don't believe me? Go back and watch my live streams from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I talked to you about this trade every single one of those days, and I told you when I entered the trade and when we were exiting that trade. So let me go back and just show you guys what I was identifying. Okay, what you will see here is for 6 consecutive days, the UVXY climbed higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive days where the UVXY is climbing higher. In the exact same time frame, that's when the SPY was continuing to climb higher. New high, 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 new high. New all-time highs every single day for like 8 days straight, but yet the UVXY was still climbing higher. That was a warning sign to me that money managers are hedging their positions. They're buying volatility, they're buying risk or insurance to protect themselves in case there's a pullback, which tells me if you do get a pullback, you're going to have some aggressive profit taking step in as everybody goes to take profits off the table after valuations have absolutely got completely out of control. So let me go back just to recap. If you guys missed my videos from earlier in the week, I will go back and recap it for you. Right there is where I bought the $23 strike September 4th expiration call options on the UVXY. And you guys can see what the UVXY ended up doing over the next couple of days. Okay, I don't need to get into this trade much further. Again, the point of this video is not to say, look at the trades that I made. It's I want you to understand the analysis and the thought process that goes through my head so that you can start to think this way too and be able to identify these type of setups, these type of patterns, and be able to capitalize, most importantly, on this price action. Okay. So again, don't just take my words for it right now. I'm not being a Monday morning quarterback. Go back, watch my live stream from yesterday, the 1 hour and 49-minute mark. I tell you guys about that SPY game plan. Go back and watch my live stream from Sunday and Monday. I tell you guys about this UVXY trade and expecting us to push higher and expecting to have a nice big pop on the UVXY. We called this out perfectly, and I want to explain to you how. How, that's the most important part. How? Why? And I hope this video helps all of you understand why I was able to put these trades on. Guys, do me a favor, like this video if you guys appreciate the content, subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, and make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you never miss out on any one of my live streams, because if you got notified on Sunday and Monday when I made my live streams about this UVXY trade, you could have banked. If you were on my live stream last night and you were identified and you were aware of that 348 resistance level, you could have banked. Okay, so you guys want to make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, make sure you guys never miss out on any one of these pieces of content. And of course, if you guys want to be in chat with me live, making these trades live, you guys can click the link in the description below, use coupon code TTG920. That will get you a 41% discount before Monday at midnight when that sale expires. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe, have fun, rest up. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Markets close Monday. I'll see you guys on Tuesday in chat. We'll get ready to kick some ass and take some names. Later, guys.